I'm here with Luke Butler, the director of Absolution. So you guys shot in a bunch of different locations. So how long did this whole process take?
So we had 1 semester to work on this project. The actual filming schedule was actually pretty restrictive. So I think it was all of March that we filmed. The stuff up in Gary, when we traveled up to Gary, that was all done in 1 or 2 nights. And then the rest we just kind of filled in at Muncie during, various weekends that were free.
Okay. What was your greatest challenge you had when filming?
Our greatest challenge during the making of Absolution was when we had to light an abandoned church that was kind of falling down around us, and there was no electricity or anything in that building, so we had to take our generator and move it downstairs into the flooded basement and figure out where to place that and how to run the cables and get the light set up. And this is also Gary, Indiana, so there were police officers hired on set to be there with us, and it was just a huge production that night.
Wow.
It was a lot of fun.
So
Big challenge.
A lot of different stuff going on to make that happen.
Absolutely, yeah. I had a great crew though, and
yeah,
it was great.
So how did you produce this through a class project or Cardinal Filmworks, or how?
This was part of an immersive learning opportunity called Igniting Indiana's Film Industry, and the point was basically to show off Indiana to Hollywood filmmakers and be like, hey, look at all the different locations we have in this state. And it was meant to influence the politics a little bit of trying to get tax incentives set up so filmmakers would come here. And so that was the scope of the project. And then once we were divided into teams, we were sent to different locations. So our team was assigned Gary.
Okay.
So that's kind of how we ended up choosing to do, not to play with stereotypes, but a more crime-based story based on just the imagery that the town had to offer.
Okay, great. And lastly, what advice do you have for other students who are looking or might want to make a film like this in the future?
I don't know if I have one specific line of advice for filmmakers. I was incredibly lucky to work with some really, really talented students, and they made the production so easy. We had such a great time working and getting to know each other, so I guess the only advice to extrapolate from that is make sure you're working with the right people.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, I guess you could start with that.
That.
That's right, yeah.
All right, well, thank you for coming here and interviewing with us.
No problem, yeah, thank you.